I'm not sharing this because I've already made it. I'm sharing this because I decided to stop waiting until I actually do. Now, my name is Ralph. I'm over 50. I served in the military, and I had a 20-year career in finance and spent plenty of time in rooms where major decisions were being made. But none of that kept me from realizing somewhere along the way that I'd built a job, not a business based on my life's purpose, and this has cost me dearly. Now, in this video, I'm going to share with you exactly what led me to begin building my own online business in my 50s, why I'm doing it in a way that's much different than many others are, and how you can use my story as the launch pad for your own journey. Now, 20 years in a relatively stable industry might sound enticing, but not when you know you're called to do something greater. So I finally asked myself several questions I should have asked myself years ago. Number one, why am I spending all of my time helping to fulfill someone else's purpose and someone else's dream instead of my own? What makes their dream more valuable than mine? And not only that, as hard as I'm working, it's almost as if their goals mean more to me than they do to them. Now, most importantly, why have I put up with this for so long? This was my proverbial look in the mirror. I finally had to just stop making excuses and confront my own thoughts. Now, I grew up in an entrepreneurial household, and this is the interesting part. My parents built a very successful home-based business before it became all the rage, and even my grandmother was a successful entrepreneur. So entrepreneurship was a part of my life before I had any clue what it was. And this is what made it all the more peculiar that I found myself decades later on someone else's timeline and working towards someone else's goals. Now, while I was good at my job, being good at something and being fulfilled by something are two very different outcomes. And the weight of it started to impact me not just mentally, but even my health took a hit, to include 2 hospitalizations along the way. And when you're flat on your back with an IV in your arm, you have a lot of time to think because you literally can't do anything else. So I looked up and realized that I was breaking my neck to climb to the top of a ladder that was leaning up against the wrong wall. Now, I didn't fail, and I want to underscore that. I was simply succeeding at the wrong thing, something that was completely meaningless to me and added no value to my life and wasn't in line with my purpose. So I reached a point where I had to ask myself, how much longer am I going to wait for the right moment to build what I know I'm supposed to build? And the answer was not a single day more. So I started putting a plan together for what I'm doing today, which leads me to the point of this video. So what actually am I building, and what is the point of this video? I'm building my business around helping experienced people translate what they know into something they own. What makes this different than what you might see is that I'm building this from the ground up, and I want you to see that. Now, while I'm definitely not new to business, I don't want to just show you a highlight reel or the polished, already proven version of myself. Now, I could easily spend 12 months behind closed doors trying to get everything just right and then show up looking polished like everything's been perfect. But that approach would cost those of you the truth about how something actually gets built. The mistakes, the bad hires, the pivots, the messes, the poor decisions, the financial fumbles, the frustration that makes you want to give up. This is where the most important lessons live, and I want to share that with you. And someone who's watching, someone with real skills and a desire to build something, might look at that and think, I could never do what they did, because they can't see what's actually done. So where's the value in that? Now, this is the gap that I want to close, and I want to invite you to do this alongside of me. Now, all you have to do is subscribe to this channel and follow along. That's it. And if you wouldn't mind hitting that like button so more people can be reached with this message, then I would really appreciate it. We'll talk about everything from how to test your idea, how to develop your idea, how to bring it to market, your systems, absolutely everything. I'll even create content to encourage you when the going gets rough and you aren't sure you want to continue doing this, even though you know you have a gift. And if there's something I haven't covered that you're interested in, feel free to leave a comment because I read every single comment. And if we get enough interest, then I'll consider making it. Now, I'm going to go over my business growth in granular detail. And all you have to do is take what matters to you and apply it to the business you're beginning to build. It couldn't be any simpler than that. And keep in mind that what you'll be learning in this content that I produce, a business coach would easily charge you tens of thousands of dollars for the same information. And while I do have a coaching program, I'm inviting you right now to start right where you are. So not if, but when this works, because with God's help, I know it will, you won't just have inspiration and you won't just have faith. You'll have a blueprint so you can go and put some works along with that faith and the intrinsic belief that you can do this. Now think about it this way. If a boss assigned this task to you to go build the very same thing in your company, you'd get it done because you always get the job done. So why not do it for yourself, your family, your community, and most importantly, the people for whom your gift, your purpose is more than just a product or service, it's answered prayer. Because finally, in your niche, there's someone who wants to serve with a combination of purpose and pedigree. And there's there's nothing like working with someone who's doing something they love and it comes across in the energy in which they do it. So who should join me on this journey? If you've spent years using your knowledge, skills, and expertise on someone else's mission and you're starting to ask what it would look like to use it for your own, then this channel is for you. If you have a God-given skill or ability that people come to you for, or something that you enjoy that you know you can monetize, even if it has absolutely nothing to do with your job or your formal education, then this channel is for you. If you've ever sat in a meeting or heard someone give a speech and you're like, I could teach this, in fact, teach it better, then this channel is for you because you're not stuck. You're not starting from zero. You have expertise, you have perspective, and while everyone isn't meant to build something of their own, and I'm not suggesting that, what I am saying is that what you know is for you probably is. Now, maybe at this stage you're just curious and want to give it a try, and you just need a path to help you go from where you are to something you can actually own so you can finally enjoy financial freedom and control of your time. This is what I'm here to build, and hopefully you'll join me. Now, let me tell you what you won't find on this channel. You won't find any foul language that I'm just so excited to use because no one can tell me not to. You won't find any inflated claims. Now, if something extraordinary happens, I'll share that, and hopefully you'll share your wins with everyone as well. And if you're going to be triggered by someone's win, then be triggered to celebrate them, not envy them or question their integrity. Okay, you'll feel better if you do it that way. You won't find me positioning myself above the process because the process is for everyone, and I'm not special. I just trust the process, which will be documented honestly, taught clearly, and grounded in something that most business content ignores entirely. That lasting success is the result of principles, not trends, and principles don't play favorites. They will work for you if you work them. I want to speak directly to the person who's about to close this video and go back to doing whatever they were doing. You already know you have more to offer than your current situation is allowing you to demonstrate. Now, that's the case with most people, I believe. And that's not a new thought. You've been carrying this weight, this idea, this feeling that you may be able to do more than you're doing for a while. And the longer you wait for the perfect conditions, the right amount of money saved, the moment that everyone in your life agrees with your decision and wants to support you, okay, the right amount of proof that this can work, the more expensive the wait becomes. And the real pain is felt by the people you were capable of serving, but you didn't. In the version of yourself you never got to meet because you kept putting it off. That's the cost that does not show up on a spreadsheet, yet it's the cost that compounds the most. Now, I'm not going to tell you that this is going to be easy. I'm over 50, building something new, doing it publicly with no polished version to hide behind. So easy is not the word that I would choose, but I'll tell you this, the clarity I have about why I'm doing this and who I'm doing it for, which is my family and those who will hopefully be blessed by my yes to accept this challenge from God, makes every hard part worth it for me. Proverbs 16:3 says, commit to the Lord whatever you do, and he will establish your plans. And that verse is the foundation of everything I'm working to build. And when I reference a foundation, I'm not talking about the strategy, the offer, the content. I'm talking about the commitment. I've made that commitment and now I'm building. But before I could build anything, I had to make a decision, and it was the one decision that determined everything else. And I almost got it completely wrong. So in the next video, I'm going to show you exactly what I was about to do, what stopped me, and how I finally got clear on what I'm actually building and why. If you're sitting on an idea right now, but you're not sure it's the right one, then you need to see that video. Now, to support you on your journey, I have a free resource called the Prosperous Newsletter, where I provide exclusive content and key business insights every single week. If what I've shared with you in this video resonates with you, then the Prosperous Newsletter is your next step. Totally free, link in the description. Thanks for watching your source to learn how to help you build your business and wealth God's way. Please like this video, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care and God bless.